Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into round number 2 of the 2019 Ride365.com MX Simulator Pro Nationals, brought to you by RaceFactorGaming.com here in MX Simulator. My name is Kellen Brower, joining you guys here in the booth from SYS TV. Excited to bring you guys all the action tonight from Paula, aka Fox Raceway, whichever one you want to call it. Recent name change to the venue, obviously, so there's been unofficially dubbed the Fox Raceway National, but it is in Paula, California, so you could swing it either way that you'd like to, I suppose. And up first we have the 250 action here this evening, 250 Moto 1 and Moto 2 after a 250 consolation race, and we're going to get those UIDs grabbed in just a quick second. First, we're going to take a look at the qualifying times from the 2 days prior here that we have had qualifying for, and here they are now up on your screen. Walter Gebhardt on a 137 flat has outqualified points leader Isaiah Dickerson, or no, I'm sorry, not points leader. Isaiah Dickerson's points leader in a different series. Isaiah Dickerson goes second fastest, 137.8. Braden Carter, Tyler Lane, Colby Eaglin round out your top 5. Your points leader after winning the opening round at Hangtown last week is this man right here, Sean Klein, on a 139.652. So he is about 2.5 seconds off the leading pace of Walter Gebhardt. So we'll have to keep an eye on how Klein can do, being maybe a little bit down in the times here tonight. But here's how they stack up points-wise. Klein with the 2-1 performance last week, well and truly out in the points lead early on. He has got a 9-point lead over Isaiah Dickerson and Ben Seberg, who tied for second last week. Craig Leake and Walter Gebhardt also inside of the top 5. Gebhardt, your fastest qualifier tonight, ends up 12 points down, leaving the opener, so he's going to look to try to rebound tonight if he can, and we'll keep an eye on whether or not he is able to do that. So again, welcome everybody who is just joining us right now. Round number 2 of the Ride365.com Nationals from Paula, Fox Raceway in Paula, California. And my home race, really. I mean, this race is very, very close to me. I will be attending the actual real national this weekend, so very excited for that, and it's cool to see this track being ran. For those of you that would like to see the track, I'm going to go ahead and ride it around just a little bit right now. Just as a heads up, this is not actually the layout that will be ran this weekend. This is going to be the layout that was ran at the California Classic, and they just didn't have time with getting footage of the track and so on and so forth to update the track to the actual layout, which will have a few more alterations to the far end of the circuit from the start line, closest to us on the screen right now. There's going to be a lot more usage of the actual hills on that side of the racetrack. And then, for the most part, the infield section is actually going to be pretty similar, but just a few changes there that you can look forward to seeing this weekend, and we'll obviously look forward to seeing it as well in real life. But this track here, like I said, California Classic replica, which was a amateur national that was ran about a month and a half ago now, and pretty fast layout here at Paula. It always tends to end up being a little bit faster than you expect. The track promoters have said they're going to try to slow it down this year, but even so, in this MX simulated version of the track, you can still get going through some of these sections pretty good. I can get into 5th no problem through this section down through here, and working your way all the way to the back of the racetrack. Little table single option here over the back portion, and then a wall jump up and uphill. And this is where, again, the track will most likely have a lot of change. It'll go up this whooped out roller uphill, and instead of going a little straight on here, it'll turn right, head back down the hill, and go back up the hill right on, in front of me, basically. But in this version, U-turn, drop back down on the tabletop to flat, and the rest of the track is going to be on the flat surface of Fox Raceway, aka Paula. Little double table through the midsection here. This is actually part of the amateur track that they normally have open. This entire little kind of flowing section right here is all the amateur track through here. Normally, it actually goes a little bit further straight in that last corner and then runs this section I'm about to go through backwards. And normally this is just a small little rhythm section, as it is this way, but this one you get going a little bit faster down through the finish line jump. Little tabletop action right there, and then a couple rollers in through the midfield section. Little anthill option on the inside. A couple rollers working your way back, and then a small double, and then you found yourself back down by the start line. That is a quick, but actually not that quick, lap here at Paula on my trusty steed, SYS 450. And yeah, we're gonna get this 250 action underway here in a second. As expected, we should be seeing a consolation race hitting the track first. Those riders will go 4 laps, and the top 4 riders will transfer to the 2 motos that will run later on today. Basically, a consolation race, for those of you new to motocross or MX Simulator racing, is essentially your last chance qualifier. The top 36 times immediately gets seeded into the moto, and from there, the 37 on back runners will be racing in this said consolation race at the moment. And the top 4 riders in that race go through into the motos. So there's ample opportunity for riders who qualified in the 50s and on back to at least still have a shot at making the races instead of just definitively being out before the gate even drops. Most of the time it does tend to work out that the faster riders, i.e. in that 37 to 45 range of riders, will end up being the top 4 guys that go through. But sometimes you have a surprise, and this track may elicit said surprise this week, given that it is a very fast racetrack, and for the most part, it's actually a very easy racetrack at the beginning. I'm sure we'll see as the motos develop later on in those 30+2s, the track will break down and develop a lot harsher. We'll see deeper ruts, bigger braking bumps and such. But as this is a 4-lap race on a perfectly groomed track, this is going to be a fast one. And look at this. The man himself, KR Money, who came in hot and heavy on Monday night in the GP series, gifting subs, is back again, gifting another wall of subs, 5 brand new tier 1 subs to the channel. And KR Money has now gifted a total of 27 subs to the channel. Man, this dude is legendary, and I don't put that lightly. That is super, super awesome. Can't thank you enough, KR Money, for not only showing up again, like all you lovely people here, but continuing to help out with the stream promotion and getting more people subscribed to the channel that can check it out and get more involved with the community. I appreciate you, dude. Again, anything I can do for you, ask me, and I'll try to take care of it. But those new subs, by the way, that he has just gifted, as take a look at our running order through the field here for this last chance qualifier. These guys, again, going to go 4 laps. They're on a little warm-up lap right now. Thanks to our new subs, though. Jassa Hut, Jake132K, Dragon99 Wolf, J Rife 548, J-Dub 741, and also big-time shout-out to Bootsy29, who drops in 22 bits. Right before we get underway here tonight, can't thank you guys enough for showing up and joining us here for round number 2 of the Ride365.com Nationals in a Race Factory Gaming competition. All right, these guys are lined up and set to go. We are about to drop the gate here for the first time at Paula in 2019. We got about 20 guys on the gate for this consolation race, and only 4 are going to the motos. Let's find out who they will be. Gate is down, long rush into a really hard left-hand kink, and then goes back to the right. It's almost a chicane for his corner, and that's any indication of what we just saw right there of what could happen in the motos. That is not what people are going to want to see. That was a lot of crashing through that first corner, but it's Jonathan Hughes, 134 for Architect, who grabs the early lead in this consolation race. Hughesy, a little surprising to see him in the motos. Won a Supercross earlier this season. Really, really good at starts, as we just saw. Grabbed another hole shot in the consi. Be interesting to see with him starting as far outside if he makes it through this race. He'll start in gates 37 through 40, depending on where he actually qualifies out of this consolation race. If he makes it, I would be very curious to see if he can still rip a hole shot from that far outside. And we'll obviously be keeping an eye on him to see if he can do that. But it's Hughesy out front. Benjamin Saves in second, Reno Brennan third, and Alex Kerr in fourth. Right behind him is Fred Heather. So a little bit of a British mix-up, kind of a sandwich of our top grouping here. As Benjamin Saves went down, hands Alex Kerr the 2 spot as Reno Brennan tried to avoid him and almost went off the racetrack. So Saves gets up still in a transfer spot. Fred Heather goes to third. And they're all funneling through this rhythm lane with a big grouping of guys still tucked in pretty close here. Kyle Howard right in the mix. Reno Brennan, as we just saw, getting up from a crash. Garrett Ulver. Christian Reed, Matt Model, Jordan Moxie. Moxie is a kind of a big surprise here. He qualified second earlier this week in the GP series. Oh, as Ulver lands a little lofty on the rear end, slides it down. Looking at Christian Reed trying to scrub down the inside right there on Ulver. See if he can make that pass happen. And he does. Now he's going after Reno Brennan. Ulver trying to tuck right in there as these guys are battling it out for fifth. All these guys got to work their way forward. We got like a 7-8 pack of riders right here. None of them currently in transfer spot as Ulver shorts the table single option right there. Christian Reed pulls alongside on the wall to Reno Brennan as they go up the whooped out uphill. Ulver almost into the back of Reed, has to go off nearly the side of the racetrack there. You can see Matt Model on the 101 tucking in as well. And this is frantic action for these riders as they're trying to not only battle amongst each other, but go forward together if they can. Actually, it seems as though Reno Brennan on the 89 is kind of holding up the freight train just a little bit right now. There's a group of 4 riders getting away out front. And Christian Reed desperately trying to get around. Fred Heather just up ahead is in that final transfer spot. All these guys tucking to the inside before the rollers here, before the finish line jump. So 2 laps left to go. Fred Heather about to be under attack as Reno Brennan has actually closed this gap down. Look at Christian Reed trying to get an inside move. And Brennan kind of works out evenly. I'll also have to keep an eye on Benjamin Saves just up ahead as Reed's trying to get down the inside of Brennan. Just can't get it done. Ulver's still in the mix on the 208 as all these guys whip it down across the tabletop. Oh, and I think I saw Ulver going down in the background. Look at Christian Reed around the outside, gets a twofer and goes into 4th. Beautiful move by the 354 privateer effort out here. Using the outside lines to his advantage as Fred Heather had kind of gotten stacked up on the inside. Reno Brennan followed him. And a nice smooth move for Reed. Now he's got to try to hang on here. Broken Boner 13 dropping a $1 donation. Thanks, buddy. Just says, I just want to say thank you for all that you do for the community and spending nights streaming these races for us. We all really appreciate it and hope everything is going well for you, man. Been watching before 5K subs on YouTube. Glad to see you grow. Thank you, Broken Boner 13. I really appreciate that, dude. And I am thoroughly satisfied and glad that you enjoy watching the stream so much every week, because it would not be as enjoyable experience for me if people didn't come by, hang out, and watch and have a good time. But I do appreciate the donation, buddy. And I hope you sit back and enjoy the show with the rest of the crew out here. So up front, still Husey, and Alex Kerr settles in right behind him for second. I think these two are pretty locked together out front as long as they don't fall here.
I'm just waiting for mate, as I said.
Christian Reed now up to third. Looks like he's established a somewhat comfortable gap now as Jake Warden is the man up into 4th now. So we've lost his teammate Reno Brennan. Actually, Brennan looks like he is still in 6th right behind Fred Heather. And actually, Alex Kerr must have gone down. He is down. He's in this little gully here between the double table. He gets going, but he has definitely lost a transfer spot. He's now back into 7th. So that will move Fred Heather into the final spot for now. And there are a ton of riders right behind him trying to get by. Look at Brennan stacking up. Alex Kerr is actually getting right back into the mix. And Jonathan Alexander also is right there. Look at this frantic action. Oh, and Brennan gets into Fred Heather and causes a huge stack up. Jonathan Alexander goes down and a couple other riders get hung up on his wheels. So Alex Kerr and Jordan Moxey need to try to run down Fred Heather. Very few corners to go. Hughes, Christian Reed, Jake Warden, and Fred Heather. Oh man, this is going to be close. Alex Kerr is pushing the envelope down to the line here. Fred Heather, I thought he made a little mistake. It turns out Kerr made a mistake, and Moxie's trying to go around the outside of him, and they plow into each other. And it doesn't matter anyway, as Fred Heather's going to go to the motos with a P4 in the consolation race. He will join Jake Warden, Christian Reed, and Jonathan Hughes. Man, that was a stacked consolation race. Benjamin saves Jordan Moxey, Reno Brennan, Jonathan Alexander, Alex Kerr, Brett Powers. Good to see old Donut MX back out here, but he is not going to go through to the motos either. He was P10. Trey Moore, Jack Fowler, Alexander Lagerquist, Chandler Bloxham, Garrett Oliver, Brandon Holmes, Matt Model, Ben Aldridge, Garrett Beasley, Kyle Howard. Those guys not going through. But it was Hughes who took the win. And again, going to be interesting now to see whether or not he can get that hole shot from the outside gate. He's a great starter. Kind of the new-aged Tyler Schmidt of the 250 class. We've always seen Leclerc gets really, really good starts in the 450 division, but Tyler Schmidt, especially when he won his title in 2016 on the 250 East region, really used starts to his advantage. Always got really good starts. And Jonathan Hughes uses starts to his advantage by starting up front, getting away from the lead groups. And cuts have now finalized our order here, and it is still Fred Heather, Warden, Reed, and Hughes going through. All right. Next up, it is time to get the real thing started. We'll get this party started the right way out here. Cole and I are going to line up on the gate as he sets these races up. Go ahead and run a couple more laps just for fun. I feel like my sim skills have started to come back around a little bit these last couple days, so don't mind showing off tracks anymore because my skills are not too bad anymore. I don't know what it was, but it took like a year for them to finally work their way back to a reputable level. And this game, I'll tell you what, folks, it is really fun when you can like kind of figure it out, get a good flow going, and just start motoing down. Like it doesn't really give you a good feeling anywhere else, kind of like this game does when you have it all figured out. Oh, Alex Effort's dropping in the 500 biddies. I just saw it as I took off of this jump right here, so I'll go back and backflip down the tabletop. He says he wants me to backflip for biddies. I can backflip off the wall jump up here. This is going to be easy because the lip on that one is steep, but I don't know about the table. We'll try to get it corked out here. Oh, come on, bring it all the way around. Nice. Can I backflip anything else? I think this double might be too small. A couple big tables and stuff mixed into the middle of the racetrack that I could probably do. But thanks, Alex, dude. 500 bits. I love it, man. All right.
It's only a game.
Ooh, the real Ice Cube subscribes. Twitch Prime Second month of subscribing. Awood yelling at me to get in the booth.
It's only a game. Why you have to be
201 Productions with another month as he re-ups with another Twitch Prime sub. Thanks, 201 Productions. Appreciate you, dude. Same as I appreciate the real Ice Cube. Mom cost me the LCQ race. That's awesome. All right, guys, it is time to get this racing started here tonight. The points paying position races, I should say. 40 guys coming to the gate. And we're going to see who is going to come out on top. A lot of heavy hitters in this 250 division. Walter Gebhardt, Isaiah Dickerson qualifying 1-2. Of course, we'll be looking for the points leader, Sean Klein, to step his game up here in the motos. And I wouldn't be too alarmed, per se, by that 9th place qualifying out of Klein. 2.5 seconds down seems like a lot, but I think that this track is going to slow down and come to him as the track erodes in, gets a little bit deeper, more rough. And Klein last week at Hangtown qualified P8 and went 2-1 on the day, so clearly he has it figured out in the race situations, and we'll see whether or not he can keep the ball rolling here. Round 2 at Fox Raceway in Paula, California. Just at the northern tip of San Diego County. And this is going to be an interesting one to watch for sure. New racetrack to the schedule. We haven't raced at Paula since 2011. So real big throwback there. In fact, the first ever outdoor series in the game, the last round of the series was at Paula back then, and the title back then obviously clinched by Austin Jones, who won the first outdoor title. Tyson Fresquez followed up with his title in 2012. Zach Dupuis, his lone title in 2013. Alexis Leclerc in 14. Then 2015 through 2017 was Jesse Mullins. Mullins has subsequently been banned for DDoS attacks and key sharing, effectively ending his MX Sim career probably a little bit earlier than he would have hoped. Alexis Leclerc won his second title in 2018, last year. And here we are in 2019 about to get things underway. Here is Sean Klein, who was on a Honda last week. He's now on this ever good number 10 Husqvarna. MX Holmes in chat says he's not sure how they're going to have a national there. Well, they did. They had them twice. And yes, the traffic and the roads absolutely suck getting in and out of. So if you are going to the Paula National this weekend, I would recommend doing what I'm doing, and that is get there hella early and expect to sit in a lot of traffic coming out. K Brown Visuals asking any video of 2011 Nationals. There's Sweener Visions out there. I don't think that any actual live stream footage exists of it, but if you look up Sween Doggy 18 on Vimeo, I believe it is, he has some throwbacks to those old Nationals when Sween and Wheels were about to found Race Factor Gaming and were hosting that national championship. As I guess we're getting underway. I don't know why it took me so long to load in. I had everybody's skins, but here we go. Moto number 1 here at Fox Raceway, and it's Dalton Plessinger who gets the whole shot, 333. Right out of the middle there, it seemed, and Bryce Whelan on the outside is going to go to the front right away. So again, I apologize. We kind of missed the gate drop there. No idea why it took me very long to load in, but we are here. It's Whelan, Devin Ryan, and Plessinger 1, 2, 3 up front early on. Looks like Isaiah Dickerson has gone down in the first couple of corners. He's also buried with Logan Leitzel, 36th and 37th there on your screen. So not a good start there for a couple guys that were wanting to do well. And Craig Leake also buried down in the field. But your fastest qualifier, the number 13 of Walter Gebhardt, trying to move into second on Devin Ryan here. By the way, I want to give a shout out to Zach Dupuis, pinned 66, donates another $5, and all he has to say about that is brap. Whoa, Gebhardt swaps out and takes down Devin Ryan. We also got a rider going down in the background as the field trying to funnel on through on this first lap. It gets pretty tight in this last couple sections right here, so with the field still as close together as they are and no lines really developed, definitely makes it kind of tricky coming down to the finish line on lap number 1. But it's Bryce Whelan on the number 49 BPC machine who is out front here at Fox Raceway, Paula, California. 1 lap in the books. Still a lot left to go. Actually pretty incredible. They were flying that first lap as Whelan actually has a little bit of a slide out. Whelan trying to get a little bit of a lead established, but something tells me Walter Gebhardt isn't going to waste much time in running him down here. If he can avoid that early race fall-off crash, Gebhardt is in a really good position to separate himself from kind of the main contenders of the series, if you will. I know it's still really early in the season, don't want to write off anybody just yet, but from what we've seen, the first 2 GPs of the season, and the first 2 actual rounds of outdoors, well, first round and now on the second round, Gebhardt has looked really strong on this 250F effort outdoors for Prestige Worldwide. Bryce Whelan definitely is no slouch though out front. Has won several Supercross races indoors on a 450 and 250. I don't think he's quite yet been able to win an outdoor moto, but he's definitely been close and always seems to be very, very fast. Although Gebhardt is starting to eat away that lead real quickly. Onboard action requested by Cinexstar. So we'll go on board with Walter Gebhardt here in P2. 141.6 last time by as he tries to run down our race leader. And look at the gap our 2 leaders have established. You can see how everybody's just freight training through that last rhythm section before the finish line. And then our leaders actually have a decent little gap separated over third. And then it's just a snake, the rest of the field just stacked up together. So how long does Gebhardt wait here? Does he just try to get around him as quickly as possible? Does he wait for the absolute right opportunity? Probably going to find out here pretty quickly as they're almost alongside on the wall jump. Up and over the top of the hill there. Settling down in this inside rut, already digging out some good ruts and braking bumps as you see just really the rest of the field coming up the hill behind them. I mean, you can almost put the entire rest of the field on that one back straightaway except the 2 leaders with how they've been able to kind of stretch it out from this little freight train behind them. Gebhardt really starting to put the pressure on Whelan. Let's see, he's taking an inside look here. Is he going to shut the door? Almost gets together with Whelan, but Whelan does not fold over whatsoever. This time he blows the rut though, and Gebhardt goes right back down the inside to take over the race lead. And coming down to complete lap number 3 on to lap number 4, Walter Gebhardt goes to the front of the field here at Fox Raceway. Oh, but he makes a little mistake there. Whelan's going to have an opportunity to pull back alongside here. Nothing quite doing yet. Oh, maybe a move here. Gebhardt keeps making a small bobbles and misses the track there. Actually goes into a hay bale. So that was very interesting turn of events there for Gebhardt. And back to the lead goes Whelan as our 2 leaders continue to stretch it out. Back here in third, it is Braden Carter for Ignite. And Colby Eaglin right behind him on the 20 for Taggart Designs. Jake Warden up in a strong 5th right now with Phil Bull and Devin Ryan battling for 6th. Luke Sullivan in 8th, Trent Adams 9th, Zoe Cross is 10th. Tyler Lang is 11th. Austin Bear is 12th. And here's your points leader, Sean Klein in P13. Again, P9 in qualifying for Klein wasn't anything necessarily to write home about, but as mentioned, he was a little bit further down the order in qualifying at Hangtown and still managed to get a pretty easy win in one moto and a solid second place in the other to take a lofty points lead with him here into this week at Fox Raceway. Trying to work his way around Austin Bear as Hemlock number 948 holds off Evergood number 10. Klein looks like he's trying to set up a move here, but they continue to go to the same lines and really just nothing doing out of that. Let's peek back up front and see it is still Whelan actually extending it out a little bit over Gebhardt, so something must have happened. Either Whelan picked up the pace or Gebhardt had another fall. Whelan did not pick up the pace. He actually did half a second a lap slower that last time by. So he nearly tucks the front wheel on exit. 1.6 seconds up. Gebhardt putting the hammer back down once again. And ooh, they're already catching a lapper here. And that lapper is well off the back of the field, so something dramatic must have happened to whomever they're about to catch. Yeah, Gebhardt has pretty quickly reeled back Whelan in again, so that leads me to believe it was some sort of mistake, either a tip over or a big off-track event for Gebhardt, seeing as how quickly he's closed it back down. I will move you in a second, Awood. Calm down. See this battle unfold first. Oh, Gebhardt nearly tucks the front wheel. .43.6 to a .43.2, and Braden Carter, well, he was catching him. That time was a little bit slower. Oh, Gebhardt on Whelan. And whoever this lapper is, seemingly is running a similar pace to our leaders right now, because they have been about the same distance behind him for almost the entirety of the last lap at this point. So that's really interesting, kind of unique to see as Gebhardt nearly stacks it into that corner. And as this battle has kind of unfolded for a quick second, we'll invite Andrew Wood into the booth, former series, well, 450 class winner in the series. How you doing tonight, A. Wood? Oh, he's still muted. Good stuff. Good stuff, A-Wood. So Whelan continues to lead. Well, I never server muted you, A-Wood. I don't know what you're talking about. As we welcome Andrew Wood to the broadcast booth.
Rick, is this thing on?
You're here.
Fine. You teased me so hard right there.
Must have been Zach that server muted you, because I didn't do it.
Those darn admins. How's it going?
Pretty good, man. Watching this battle unfold. Bryce Whelan and Walter Gebhardt as Gebhardt tucks the front end, and that may have been all she wrote. And now taking a look, that lapped rider they might have been dealing with would be Craig Leake, who is splitting the difference with these two. So something happened. Craig Leake ended up way back, and your whole shot winner, Dalton Plessinger, is out of this moto, it appears.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. He came in typing in chat. I don't know if he just disconnected or was over it, fell a couple times, but
Taking a look back at
Happens.
Sean Klein as he tries to work his way around Phil Bull. Klein tucks to the inside, might have a move on Bull, is gonna have to go around the outside. Will make that happen as Bull went down. So let's take a
Bull
look.
down.
Running order is Gebhardt, Whelan second, third, Braden Carter. We actually have a battle for second right now. Braden Carter has found his way back to the front.
You eating dinner there or what?
Yeah, in between breaths.
Yeah, this this battle for second right now is starting to heat up. Braden Carter catching him back on the rear end of Bryce Whelan here. Track a little bit one line, probably I feel like how it's going to be in real life. There's not a lot, these tracks that aren't as much natural seem to kind of go back and forth, and it's kind of hard I feel like to get anywhere besides insides on people.
Right.
It's kind of just corner to corner with jumps in between. Lots of rollers here at this national too, so.
Carter looks like he has a move down the inside and makes it on Whelan. Whelan's trying to square back underneath, and he'll square underneath one more time, but I think Carter, oh no, he jumps off the track. So Whelan back out front into second, I should say. Still Gebhardt leading. Devin Ryan fourth, Eaglin fifth, Klein has charged up to sixth, Lang is seventh, eighth for Trent Adams, ninth for Phil Bull, 10th Zoe Cross, 11th Craig Richards, 12th Tanner Rogers, 13th is Warden, and 14th is Isaiah Dickerson, who was 37th on lap number 1. 12 minutes and some change into this one, already up into 14th and trying to get 13th here on Jake Warden.
Yeah, as you were talking, actually, second place changed. Bryce Whelan was kind of searching for lines in one of these corners, and Braden Carter was able to make his way back in front, but they're still pretty close here. Gebhardt's holy crap. Oh, God. Starting to check out. I'm dying right now, sorry.
Man, Haywood, I bring you into the booth, and you're not really bringing the heat.
I'm trying not to die. I just started choking on my own spit. It's pretty cool. Yeah, Gebhardt's starting to check out. Almost got a 10-second lead. Braden Carter's just about a second in front of Bryce Whelan, so this battle is going to be good. Devin Ryan's starting to heat up right here. I think Devin had fourth and just lost the spot to Colby Eaglin.
Yeah, him and Eaglin have been going back and forth for the better half of 3 or 4 laps at this point.
Yeah, now they're getting a little tail to their battle. Sean Klein coming in, blows that inside rut. Tyler Lang's right there. Those guys are going to look to stay close and capitalize on any mistake that those two have.
Yeah, the depth of this field just seems never ending as Eaglin goes down.
Oh.
Piles into the anthill, and looks like Lang actually almost jumped on the back of Klein. Klein trying to hold Lang off, might get Devin Ryan at the same time, and he does around the outside. Ryan made a mistake.
Yeah, Devin slid out. Coming onto that start straight, it's kind of slippery. I feel like that's going to be a place where a lot of mistakes happen. All these guys using 3 different ruts through that corner. Now all funneling to the outside. I haven't really seen that being used, so this is good to start to see some new lines getting used up.
Devin Ryan blew apart that outside line in the corner that they went 3 abreast in, and made that pass back on Klein. Klein able to salvage the position from Lang, who almost got him down the inside. Great 3-rider battle here, though. Oh, Lang almost slid it down. Klein has a drive down the inside here. Gonna go a little long on the wall, though, and Ryan should hold on here. Look at Lang around the outside, gets around Klein.
Tyler Lang with a little scrub to top it off. I wasn't sure. I thought Klein was going to have that spot, be able to stuff it in, but you just can't carry as much speed in that corner, that tight 180 if you come on the inside. And wow, now Tyler Lang back up in front of Devin Ryan.
Yeah, Tyler Lang, man, on a mission right now. 2 really quick passes while those guys are battling it out. Oh, but he tucks the front wheel, and Klein and Ryan both split back by him.
Yeah, it's great to see these lines starting to switch up during the motos. Qualifying, everybody's kind of trying to go for that one line that they're comfortable with, but this time everybody's starting to switch it up, and just, especially when you're in a battle this tight, you can't all fit inside one rut. If one person makes a mistake, you're all going down. So you're starting to see these guys use different lines in almost every corner, and this battle's heating up.
It is not even over yet as these guys are still going at it. Ryan almost loses the rear end in the first turn area. Once again, Klein's going to try to pull alongside. Look at the scrub action. Nearly Triley's right there. Klein's trying to go far inside, and he's going to make that line work. Devin Ryan now has Lang cut back underneath and go around him. So Lang makes a pass just as quickly as Klein did.
For how bad as this track seemed and everybody talking crap on it, it might actually be pretty good for racing. A lot of these ruts are starting to form pretty well, but we'll see how they end up near the end of these 30 minutes. We're only halfway.
Yeah, this battle continues on right here. Up and over the top of the hill here, and look at how deep some of those inside lines are getting. They're putting 268 a lap down right there. Whoa, Klein, what happened there? Just stood up and went off the side of the racetrack. Gonna lose 2 positions because of it.
I'm not sure. He doesn't have a favorable line coming in.
What's happening? He's pulling. He like nearly came to a stop in the straightaway there. Something's going on for our points leader right now.
Looked like he was playing around a little bit though. He was doing a little wheelie there. Like, I don't know if he was trying to see if his controls are working or what, but
yeah,
definitely lost some time.
Might be controller issues. He can't change setups. We discussed that at the GP on Monday about the 2-second stop mechanic rule. So he has to actually stop the motorcycle entirely for 2 whole seconds before he's allowed to change a setup. So that wouldn't be what's going on the straightaway there. But yeah, it seems like maybe some controller issue or maybe game tabbed out from Microsoft or something like that.
Not sure. This battle split up pretty quick. Whelan's actually still hanging on a little bit. Kind of the gap from Devin to T. Lang, about 3 seconds to Braden Carter here in second. But Braden is 15 seconds out behind Walter Gebhardt. Walter Gebhardt's just putting in a clinic right now, just riding smooth and consistent.
Yeah, Gebhardt, your fastest qualifier here today. Looking like he is taking no prisoners this week after a somewhat lackluster opening round by his standards. Ends up 12 points down in the championship entering tonight. Crushing the rest of the field.
We got Zoe Cross starting to pull up. He's only a second behind Sean Klein here. Gonna start to see a battle for 6, it looks like. I don't know how far back Sean Klein's gonna go if whatever issues he was having start to get fixed, but got a nice battle for 9th between Craig Richards and Trent Adams. A lot of good battles kind of around this track that I can kind of see. Doesn't seem to be splitting up too much for some of these guys.
Yeah, it seems like those lines that everybody was hitting at the beginning are already pretty dug out and hard to hit. So guys searching around trying to find little smoother options all around the racetrack. And I think what really kind of hurts the track more in terms of the road system is the lap times are so short. We're going to probably see more laps than we saw at Hangtown by 2 or 3 more laps in total. Really wears down the track a lot more.
The lap times at National I think are actually going to be pretty long. I know that we don't have a section on the track that they're going to be having. I feel like we're going to be up near the 2-minute to 2:10s at the National, so that I heard they were saying probably going to be not that many laps, longer laps, but yeah, this track we're racing tonight is pretty dang short, and there's going to be a lot of laps put in. This track's probably going to get really rough.
So Richards was able to make a pass after I believe it was Trent Adams that went down. So 20 minutes in, we'll go through a very, very fast top 20 rundown, and this time it'll be brought to you by Tagger Designs, local hometown heroes. Tagger Designs, only about, what'd you say, about 15 minutes from Paula? Tagger Designs headquarters?
Maybe 30.
30?
They're right next to Elsinore.
Oh, I thought they were closer on the south side in Marietta.
Oh no, it's probably 35 minutes.
35? No, not from Elsinore. You're being ridiculous, Haywood.
No, they're like 20 feet from Elsinore's front gate, but from Paula.
Yeah,
They're off
35.
of Corridon
No,
Road and
35
Elsinore.
minutes. No, Lake Elsinore is 35 minutes from Paula. You're being ridiculous right now.
Bullshit.
You're being ridiculous, A-Wood.
Probably 40.
You're being ridiculous. 40 minutes?
I'm looking it up right
It's
now.
like 3 towns over. That's not 40 minutes. This guy's
Dude, it
ridiculous.
takes like 20. It takes like 50 minutes to get to the freeway from Paula.
You're being ridiculous. Tiger Designs bringing you this top 20 rundown, though. Real fast we'll go through. Walter Gebhardt leads Prestige Worldwide away from Bryce Whelan, BPC number 49. Tyler Lang has just made the pass for third on MB Films number 18 to go around Braden Carter on the 65 Ignite machine. Fifth for Devin Ryan of Active Co on the 15. 47 of Zoe Cross is in sixth on DX3. Our points leader is P7, number 10 for Evergood Coach, Sean Klein. Colby Eaglin runs 8th, Tiger Designs number 20. 9th for Logan Leitzel on the 26 DX3 ride. P10 is Craig Richards on the 31 Tiger Designs machine. And 11th for Phil Bull, Team Volcom on 22. 323 of Trent Adams. Isaiah Dickerson is 13th. Tanner Rogers back here in 14th. 15th, Jake Warden. 16th, Kevin Gonzalez. 17th, Brad Clay. 18th, Roy Mitchell. 19th, Hunter Porch. And 20th, Dylan Copeland. Yeah, all you people saying it's 30, 40, or 45 minutes are clearly driving at a granny's pace, and I feel sorry for anybody that's stuck behind you on the freeway because that is absolutely ludicrous.
All right, Callum, brought to you from Google Maps. With 11 minutes of traffic right now, it is 54 minutes from Paula Raceway to Tiger Designs.
It's not
which
11
means
minutes
no
of traffic right now.
It's 43 minutes.
It's in the middle of a rush hour. It's not just 11 minutes of traffic right now.
You're only on the, yeah, it is. You're only on freeway from the 79 to the 215 split. 40 minutes, easy, 54 right now.
40 minutes, BS.
So, listen,
Dude, it takes
you
me
just came from
40.
San
It takes me
Diego.
40 minutes to come from deep South San Diego to get to Paula, and it takes you guys who live like 10 seconds from Paula because it's at the tip of the San Diego County border. 45 minutes to drive there. What are you guys
far do you
going
think
like
I live
half a
from
mile an
Paula?
hour?
How far? I live an hour and 15 minutes from Paula in Corona,
Okay.
and it takes what? And it takes me about 25 minutes to get to Tagger.
Yeah, I think you're crazy.
I mean, I think there's a lot more traffic up here than there is in San Diego County. Or, I mean, from my driving the San Marcos every day, Temecula's the worst.
Yeah, well. You guys are just driving too slow.
Oh, I hold that bitch wicked. Alright, well.
Alright, that is your Southern
Anyway.
California history lesson, or geography
Southern
lesson.
California traffic report brought to you by Awood and Kellen. Braden Carter has pulled back up onto the wheel of Bryce Whelan. Actually, Braden was in second, so Whelan now has second. Braden Carter is 1.2 seconds back, dealing with a lapper now. There's a great inside route forming 2 turns before the finish. That thing's looking pretty good for tonight's racing. Braden's having some bobbles, and Tyler Lang might actually catch back up on his rear.
Yeah, Lang must have made a couple mistakes because he was up to third and went back into the clutches of Devin Ryan here now. Zoe Cross, Sean Klein, Colby Eaglins. Oh, Logan Leitzel getting hung up with a lapped rider back there.
That was a good time.
Man, you guys are freaking crazy, man. I don't want to say where I live because I don't want people knowing where I live. But, dude, let's just say I could get to Tagger and Paula in about the same amount of time, and I don't think that amount of time is equal to 20 minutes. No, it's not.
Okay, when you get off the 70, you know when you get off the 79, right, and then you go past Pachanga and you go down the windy road, that's at least 15 minutes from the 79 exit. And
yeah,
then
if
you
you're
got
driving like a
15
freaking 18-wheeler.
I mean, you're normally stuck behind some fucking bus that takes people from Paula and Pachanga.
You guys are ridiculous. Anyway, we'll just get back to the racing action. We'll just move on from this.
Yeah, Chris is pissed.
Walter
Braden
Gebhardt
Carter
continuing to lead.
Fuck, just go.
Bryce Whelan second, Carter third, and Lang is still fourth. So nothing has changed inside of our top four. Zoe Cross has made it up into fifth, though. So he's worked his way around a couple of riders and brought Devin Ryan with him. Sean Klein is trying to regroup from whatever issue it was that he was having. I don't think it's affecting him anymore, but it has stalled his momentum.
Walter Gebhardt's still running. I mean, I guess a lot of these guys. 145. The only people inside the 150s. Okay, that's a lie. Never mind. A lot of people are running that. But they're just running smooth and steady, fast laps, and this track's getting beat up. I don't really... there's not much going on right now, actually, besides T. Lang and Zoe Cross. I guess Braden's still pretty close to Bryce Whelan. Bryce Whelan actually goes down, tips over, and misses that rut. These ruts are very tall and sharp and kind of choppy. And the inside, I don't know if you've ridden it a lot with a lot of people, but the insides get like super sharp. And if you clip, oh my God, Braden Carter almost just went over the bars so hard.
Whoa, and he's way off the track through the crowd there. Gonna bring Bryce Whelan back alongside him.
Yeah, these guys got to be sick and tired of this moto. They're happy to be in good spots, but man, to be battling for second place for this long, see how steep that rut is. Insane.
Yeah, it's 27.5 minutes into this thing, so still 2.5 minutes and 2 laps left to go. Carter might have an inside line here on Carter. Or Whelan, I should say. I don't know why I said Carter. My brain's all jumbled. There's Whelan does make that pass.
Ooh, that rut's getting kind of... I really like how this inside's forming up. I feel like that's going to be a very strong line for the 450s as they're able to get that that drive. And then, man, these two inside lines looked like hell before this last section. And Braden Carter struggling in it a little bit, going to lose the rear wheel of Whelan a little bit. Braden still ran a faster lap than him at the time, but...
I think Whelan made a lot of mistakes that lap, and this track is really starting to reach up and bite people.
Yeah, these guys, man, they just, it's got to be, I don't want to race it.
You don't want to race it, this guy.
I'm coming over. I'll be there in 45 minutes.
Jeez. Here we
Look,
go.
Every single,
Carter with a nice move.
Destroyed that middle rut or inside rut.
Oh, Whelan almost had him back too.
Man, yeah. If you see, they keep grabbing the inside of their, basically your foot peg collision. I guess they're dragging that, and you're gonna see people losing a lot of drive out of these ruts if they can't stay up on that high wall. And I feel like you're gonna see a lot of passes in these corners. Man, this race is just, this battle's never ending. Wheeling back up the inside, probably not going to be able to... Ooh, they split lines.
Does he get the line? Oh, man, that wall rut, it just there's no traction on it anymore.
You really got to... I feel like if you can come in a little bit more outside and carry the momentum on the wall, you can, but man, just... Both those ruts look terrible.
Impressive stuff from Carter, who spent most of the season suspended from Race Factor Gaming competition, to come back outdoors and immediately get right back in the mix with all of these guys.
What do you get suspended for?
Hacks.
Fucking cheater.
Anyway, move on from that.
Anyways,
Sean Klein's back up to fourth. So Sean Klein has clawed his way all the way back up to fourth and gotten around Tyler Lang in the process. Logan Leitzel has also gone forward, so Zoe Cross has been the big kind of loss in this situation. He and Devin Ryan both went from 5th and 6th back to 9th and 10th here. Yeah,
I know Devin Ryan, he used to be, I mean, feels like he should be a title contender, race winner contender, and has been in previous years. Man, being in 9th place, I didn't watch. I wasn't able to watch Hangtown in Sim, but I'm sure he expects a lot more. And a lot of these guys I know that had really good finishes. There's not a lot of people. Roy Mitchell back in 14th. I don't know. place. Dylan Copeland, 18th. I know he had a good finish last week. But a lot of guys having a bad time this race.
The guy who's having the worst time right now would have to be Isaiah Dickerson. I'm not sure if is he even still in this race. No, he has called it a moto. So Dickerson, who entered the night second in the championship standings, only 9 points down after finishing second at our opener, is out of Moto 1 here at Fox Raceway. Incredible.
That's terrible. Squid Bro is pretty quick, right? I mean,
yeah, but he hasn't raced much the last couple years.
Yeah. I'll have my research done better next week. I've only got Wednesdays off, so I can come kick it, pull some racing if I'm allowed in here, you know, not muted. Right? But, man, dude, shout out to everybody not in the top 20 right now who's still riding around, because this track looks terrible.
Kind of a bit of, looks good in the straightaways still, a little endurance in the corners.
Yeah, man. It looks pretty good. It's actually not that bad. I mean, there's about 3 ruts in every turn, and only about 2 of them being used. So, I mean, maybe they'll start to, hey, next time we need to start working that 3rd rut.
Yeah, I'm surprised
or
more
they
people,
like what they're doing.
More people aren't taking the outside rut in the final corner before the finish line, because those 2 inside ones are just brutal.
Yeah, Braden Carter just went down and got passed by Bryce Wheeling for what seems like the 50th time this moto, and could honestly be. But Taylor Lane coming up, both in the top 5.
Sean Klein might get
coming
3rd
up on
here.
top of Sean Klein.
Yeah, Sean Klein is going to probably get 3rd here. Braden Carter's just getting up from a crash.
Yeah, we might have
close.
a 3-way battle for 3rd right here. Tyler Lane right behind him too. Sean Klein and Braden both coming in over the wall jump.
Lap 20 is underway. It is also the final lap of the race, so it's basically just a big old main event out here.
Watch these ruts right here. See who gets to drive that middle.
Oh,
shaping
Klein
up nice.
down!
Klein pushes too hard. You have to really push that edge to carry the speed through these corners, and I feel like you're going to see a lot of people scraping the inside, taking it a little bit too tight, and a lot of people pushing over and going down. Both of those guys opting away from that big burly inside over that tight double.
So Lang trying to creep up on Carter. Looks like Whelan has probably got 2nd on lock. Gebhardt absolutely has the victory on lock. He's almost a half a lap ahead, it seems.
Yeah, Lang destroyed the corner before the finish, gained a little bit of time. Coming up here on Braden Carter. Let's see, they're both funneling into this inside anthill.
Go on board with Lang to take a look at how bad the track is chewed up in this first bit of the track here.
Lang got a nice drive through that turn, coming up the inside over this roller here. Nice little pass. Oh, and Carter's right up alongside him. Let's see if they switch up the lines here and see if Carter can make a pass back. Carter going outside, Lang going inside. About even. Wow, that's bad.
God, it's chewed up real bad in that inside too.
Yeah. 0 cost. They're off the way
Carter's down! Clips the inside anthill through the rollers. That'll cost him a spot for Klein and Leitzel to go through, but down to the finish line comes Walter Gebhardt. Dominates Moto 1 here at Paula. Great
That
stuff
was
out of the
insane.
13.
40-minute or 40-second lead. You
Yeah.
really had your Roush Shaheen on lock where you perfectly cut to the leader going over the finish line. You know how they have to show the guy finish the race? You nailed that.
It's almost like I've done this a couple times.
I feel like that was all luck, but...
Oh, really? Okay. Okay. I see how this is going to be.
Like, look at the green dot going, oh shit, that's the finish line. Wow. Wheeling, easy 2nd place now, 12-second lead. Lang, comfortable 3rd. Klein, 4th. Leitzel and Carter battling. Carter just cut the track.
Uh-oh.
Just one timing gate he missed, but
Oh, goes
yeah,
for the
he
kill
got
on
that
Leitzel and
spot.
goes down himself. So he's
wow, Eaglin's gonna funnel in, get his spot.
of a spot to
Devin
eat.
Ryan's coming up for it. Hey, Devin Ryan, watch this. These cuts, I mean, I'm sure they all cut a lot, but that one was pretty good right near the end. Let's see if Devin Ryan can get there on cuts, push for another position inside the top 10. He'd be really happy about that.
2.1 seconds definitely is possible.
So Cross coming in, Craig Richards coming in line, Phil Bull.
So 10th for Richards, 11th for Bull. Roy Mitchell looks like he's got 12th locked up as Jake Warden's not that close. And Warden is the last guy that was on the lead lap. As Gonzalez, Solis, Adams, Rogers, Copeland, Clay, and Gatlin had already crossed the line in the points. All right, and there are cuts, so let's take a look.
Oh my God, someone moved a
Oh,
lot.
Braden Carter dropped. He
To
lost
ninth.
16 seconds on cuts. Braden Carter, he goes to
Holy
9th
shit.
position from 7th. So he
Devin
would have finished
Ryan's
7th.
happy.
Instead, Devin Ryan goes 7. 8 for Zoacross, then Carter 9th. Almost got passed by Richards, who was 10th, 1.5 seconds down after cuts.
Only 16 seconds.
11th for Phil Bull. 12th for Roy Mitchell. 13th was Warden. 14th Gonzalez. 15th Solis. 16th Adams. 17th Rogers. 18th Copeland. 19th Clay. And 20th was Gatland.
Yeah, I was panning up through the list, and you normally see like that one person shift for cuts, and I just saw it jump around so much. I was like, what is happening?
I want to go try to ride this track myself here. We got a little 5-minute break
God.
coming up here. I want to see what this feels like with these guys here. Open up the discussion to chat, though, as always, in our 5-minute break. If you guys have a question that you'd like to ask myself or Andrew Wood, or something you'd like to have discussed or answered or anything like that, we'd be happy to try to help.
If anybody wants to know how long it takes to get from Milestone to Glen Helen, we can debate that.
Don't even start. Don't even start. That's like 20 minutes, though. Don't even start.
Yeah, you're solid there.
Whoops.
Chris said, now you can talk about California geography. Listen, there wasn't much going on that race unless you care about watching Braden Carter and dude, what a downfall.
What, Braden Carter?
Braden was battling with Bryce Whelan for
For second for the whole moto and ends up
32 minutes of that race and ends up 9th.
Man, I love when the track gets this rough, though. It's really fun to try to attack it.
Yeah, well, when you don't have to go fast and you can just like pop over the
Oh, I see.
pop over some of the
I see how it
jumps.
is. They would now you're calling me a terrible commentator and not fast in this game.
What? Oh, no.
Uh-huh.
I have not shifted out of the second gear once going around this track, so. Justin Karen, I don't know how. Yeah, that's how you say it. You're
don't know.
gay.
You don't know Justin
Wait.
Karen? What?
No, I couldn't. I thought I messed up his name. Tell A I love you, and I know I'm gay.
I'm not gonna Google Maps Paula to Taggart. It is 6:35. It is 6:35 p.m. It is dead hours of rush traffic, or like it's just in the middle of rush hour traffic right now. I don't know what you want me to say.
Are we doing shots for dualies? There's a lot of jumps on this
No,
track.
dude, I gotta go to sleep right after this.
I'll do it for you.
That's fine. You can do that.
Kidding. I'm just chilling.
Oops.
You can, Justin, you can tell Robbie that he's gay, but I love him as well.
Is Justin gonna be at Paula? I guess it's Robbie.
Yeah, I
racing.
think
You should,
Robbie's, I don't know, he did 125s, right? At,
Yeah.
I'm just assuming he's gonna just have fun, and I don't know.
CO2 Leecher wants me to make a vlog of going from Paula to Taggart. I could do that. I wouldn't mind doing that. I just gotta hook up with BG then. Make sure he's there or something so I can meet up with him.
Yeah, weekday at like noon. There'd still be
And that's the
traffic.
only time he's there ever.
There's no, I'm just saying that's the only time, that's the best time for no traffic, but there's still traffic. Yeah, it looks like Robbie Wageman and our boy Justin will be doing 125s. Hopefully all year, dude. That series going all year is sick.
All right, I'll come try to find you this weekend, Justin. I'm gonna get to the track early so I avoid all the traffic. So
It's
miss
either
you.
go to the river, like Thursday after work, or go to the National and go straight from there. But if I go to the National, I'm for sure leaving my house at 4 a.m.
Yeah, I mean that's the only way you get in before the race starts.
Yeah, because even at the Cal Classic, I don't know what they're gonna do. There were people, the line was backed up like a mile down the road, so. I don't know. We got locked in that night. That was terrible. Place sucks. Any questions from chat?
The rubber updating us in chat saying that the reason Sean had stopped in that race was he thought he had missed a timing gate and was going to turn around and go back to it.
Oh. No, it's not worth it. Ask Braden Carter.
Well, I don't know. Carter still lost 2 spots at the line. I think Klein would appreciate not going from 4th to 6th in the final classification.
Yeah, but Klein's worried about missing 1 timing gate. I'm pretty sure Carter missed 1 a lap from what I saw.
I go to... Sorry.
No, go.
I was going to say, I go to bed so early because I got to be up at 4:30 for work. Peeps.
Let's see, Wow. I don't race, I take shitty photos. Oh. Where are you working?
Rancho Bernardo.
Oh. Man, this track is rough as hell.
Kind of just like cruising around it, trying to just hop through the lines, and it's still pretty tough to just cruise it.
Yeah, it's not like as bad as I thought, but I don't want to be trying to get anywhere close to a 140 on this.
What's a Rancho Burrito? Rancho Bernardo, where Blink 182's from.
Tex-Mex. Oh, I guess I should go get some refreshments before this next moto starts. Dude, try the inside before the finish. Try to hit that with like any speed at all.
Alright, let's see.
That's it.
Any speed at all.
You're coming up to it, perfect.
Alright, so
yeah, like
just any speed at all, any speed. Nope, it's trash.
I did what you did, but the wall rut, I just nose wheelied like sideways all the way over it.
I've never had proper Tex-Mex, as you guys are bringing it up in chat, but I don't know how you can beat California Mexican food. It is so good. Like, there's so many good places here to go.
It's just northern Mexican food. Like, I don't know what Mexican, like, I don't even know what Tex-Mex, like, is. Like,
well, I
where
know
would
it's
you
like a
go
lot of
to-
like bowls and like rice mixtures and stuff like that. It's much less like burritos and tortillas and stuff.
like surf and turf shit? I don't know.
I think so.
How about like when you're that guy, or that guy who goes out to Mexican food and he has to order fajitas and they come out sizzling and like
Yeah, that's pretty good too, for sure.
you're like that guy just wants attention from everybody in the restaurant.
I mean, fajitas are good, so I don't really give a crap about the attention. I just want to have the fajitas.
They're all right, but like
Well, what do you get then?
I'm more of a chicken burrito.
When you
kinda
go to On the
guy.
Border, Awood.
Swipe from mine, as I said.
On the Cadillac margaritas with an extra shot.
Like margaritas. That's all that On the Border is actually.
They
good
have
for,
food
though.
there.
Yeah, I know, right?
They have this happy hour deal where it's like there's like 2 $2.50 Cadillac margaritas, and then you can add a shot for like 50 cents. I don't know. When I first turned 21, I spent with some pole position guys. We spent a night there, and yeah, that was great. I haven't been there since actually, so I don't know.
Let's take a look at this solid ghost ride. Here, wait, I gotta back it up.
Are you playing it in the stream? Okay.
Gotta play it in the stream. We're gonna go half speed for this. We'll go right here. We'll play it. All right, let's see. I'm OJing. Land a flat. I just do a bitch and Superman all the way over the braking bumps and into the corner.
Oh, no way. Yeah, you almost cleared the outside rut.
That's pretty good.
That was sick. My timing's probably all off when I have to watch things on your stream. They should... Who's running the show here?
What? Me? What?
Not like the TV show.
Oh, you mean the race
Yeah,
show?
I'm trying to get an intermission.
Holy crap, Finley 174 dropping a $10 donation. You are legendary. Are you Steve Finley? Legendary center fielder for the San Diego Padres, Arizona Diamondbacks? That'd be great.
Okay, San Diego Padres and legendary don't go in the same sentence.
Excuse me? Can I show you one Anthony Gwynn to counter-argue that?
I don't know who that is.
Are you... Hey, well, I'm gonna have to kick you out of the stream.
I'm kidding, I do. When was the last time you guys won a World Series like this? I'm not flexing, I'm actually curious.
Hey, what? I'm gonna kick you out of the stream. What are you, a Dodgers fan?
No, what? I live in Corona.
Yeah, so what do you like? Dodgers, Angels?
Not LA. Angels.
That is LA. What are you talking
They
about?
don't count. No, they're from Anaheim. They're stupid. They money.
Not LA, says LA
They're
Angels.
Anaheim Angels. Forever.
All right, parade lap going now for race 2, so we'll get back into the action here.
We get called out for voice cracks all the time, but I feel like people don't realize that's like just how we talk.
Dude, could you imagine if we were like 13 or 14 running this stream? It'd be insane.
Nobody would watch it.
All right, who you got for the whole shot? Hey,
I didn't see the gate. I'm gonna let me wait until the gate's lined up and then I'll pick.
that's
Somebody on
cheating.
gate 20 to 25. Dude, well,
that's-
it's not my fault if they line up in the wrong gate.
That's cheating. I think you got to just send it and pick somebody.
Who's Devin Ryan?
Of course.
I don't even like him. Fine, whatever. Fuck that kid.
Jesus.
Who is good? Whelan. His gear is cool. He's got pink gear on tonight.
He does? That's pink? What?
I don't know. I only have like 3 people's gears downloaded. He's got pink pants.
What? That's pink?
Yeah. Your stream's really bright.
What, dude? What?
It looks red. That's pink, right?
What?
It's like a magenta.
It
There's
would.
no way.
It would.
No.
No, it would. No. No, it would. No.
Your colors are like super saturated. Somebody go look in game, not on stream. I'll take a picture.
No.
I'll take a picture. I'm gonna send you a text.
Oh, nobody on stream can see that then.
I'm gonna send you a picture. I know. I'm just gonna.
It would know. I mean, you know what set of Fox gear that is in real life, and that's not pink either.
I mean, my colors are right
What?
on my screen. I was just editing photos. Like I know my shit's. Shut up, Puma. It's. It's a picture on the screen. Can you look at? That's like pink, right?
Would you Snapchat it?
No, it's sending you a text.
I haven't got it yet. You gonna tell me who's hole shotting or not?
Yeah, I told you, Bryce Wheelan. No, that gate's terrible. What? Oh my god, I don't know. Kevin Gonzalez.
Terrible
Same
picks, Awood. Here we
Same
go.
gear.
Time to go racing. Round 2 of the series is
God, that
underway.
kid sucked. That kid shredded Jonathan Hughes with a huge.
Oh! huge crash out of turn 1.
I call it.
As I said,
Bryce wheeling again.
Called
Bryce
it. I should
wheeling,
never
Gatlin,
change.
Devin Ryan all up here.
God, this is. See, I don't trust my gut.
Bryce wheeling in the pink, magenta, red pants.
Magenta. I'm going with that.
Magenta, apparently.
Did you see the picture?
Oh, Awood, when you take it on a camera phone, especially with your game graphics all the way down, dude. Jesus, man, that still looks red to me.
The gate does blow. He only got the whole shot because everybody took everybody out from the outside.
So Devin
Jonathan Hughes
Ryan,
shredded that.
Jack Gatlin trying to battle for second. Gatlin almost hung up on him. We also got Lang right up here early on too. Klein is buried in 18th. So can Bryce Whelan maybe win this thing? Still no sign of Gebhardt early on. Here he is back in about 7th. Oh, and he just made 2 passes in one corner right there. Not looking good for the rest of the field to have Gebhardt this high up early on. "39 people started this moto, which leads me to believe Isaiah Dickerson did not come back for this one." Let's actually do a quick run through and see. No, not seeing him. And Hunter Porch has actually already called it quits from 39. So Isaiah Dickerson going home with 2 goose eggs from the Paula National. That is, wow, incredible for the GP Series points leader. Sean Klein, though, trying to hold on to the red plate as it kind of opens up a new realm of opportunity in the point standings. Gebhardt might take the points lead away tonight. We'll have to see how far Klein can get up to. But it's Whelan leading. Yeah,
trying to
Model Boy,
find-
I could do that.
Braden Carter, 27th.
Yeah, this is... I think it's going to be down to Whelan, Lang, and Gebhardt for the overall, judging by their first moto scores. Obviously, Devin Ryan is still right in this mix as well.
Yeah, Gebhardt, the speed he showed and the consistency, though, especially late in the moto, he was still running 45s a lot. The other guys were kind of up in 50s. That's where his gap really got big, only being about 6 seconds back right now from the lead. I think he's got a good shot at it if he rides like he did first moto.
I think that's a pretty likely scenario. Trying to
Devin Ryan with a start. Sorry, go ahead.
Just trying to put the pressure here on Devin Ryan. Is Gebhardt?
Yeah, we'll see. Ooh, Gebhardt's skins are sick. I don't have them. Yeah, Devin, I'm sure he'd like to see where he finishes with a solid start compared to... he kind of fought his way back from just outside of 10th place. It looked like that first moto, so we'll see how much he can hang with these guys. He might have been running that same pace for the most part, you know, and just never been able to get up there. But
All right, now he's definitely sticking with this group very comfortably. Still Whelan leading, though. Looks like Lang might be slowly reeling him in from second. Take a look at the lap times. 41.5 to a 42 flat, so Lang did actually cut half a second off that last lap alone. It seems to me like the gap is even coming down more this lap.
yeah, he just lost a 10th right there, but we'll see what the split kind of ends up being if we can watch it right now. I mean, these guys...
Oh! Lang down. Eaglin slices on by. There goes Tyler Sylvia on the 197. Sean Smith on the 222, and Kevin Gonzalez also coming up from behind.
Sorry. A lot of these guys really tight right here. This battle of 4, 5, 6 is Sylvia, Lang. Wait, Eagle and Sylvia and Lang. Pretty close top 10. It looks almost a little bit closer than the start of the last moto. I'm not sure. I wasn't in here, so I wasn't watching too intently, but it doesn't look like many shakeups. I know we had a lane go down, but other than that, these guys seem to, maybe I guess they know how the track's going to shape up a little bit, and they're just kind of pacing themselves, but haven't seen too many big crashes or position changes yet.
It just seems kind of like full attack mode still, with the track being as still smooth
Nice.
as it is. Yeah, nice. Good word for it. Probably about the sweet spot for lap times too. We're going to start seeing guys hovering around that 140 flat, 139 range next couple laps for top lap time. And then it'll open back up once the track really deepens.
Yeah, for sure. These guys, it took a while in qualifying races to get the track kind of prime, and you had a little shot of it at the end of the 15-minute qualifying sessions. But yeah, with this amount of people on the track, about 5 to 10 minutes, I think is going to be our sweet spot for the next, 1 or 2 laps. I feel like these guys are just going to be putting in heaters, and it's going to be whoever can put in the most consistent fast laps. 39.4 dropping.
39.4 out of Gebhardt, trying to close down on Whelan, who did a 42.8. I saw Devin Ryan put down a 41.4 as well, so he's on the move. Tyler Lang just put down a 40.9. Let's see if we can look further back and see any other good times coming through here. 43 flat out of Leak. 43.8 out of Carter. Where is... Did I miss Sean Klein through this rundown? Yeah, here he is,
No,
P8.
he's 8th.
So Klein holding it down, trying to run down Kevin Gonzalez and Tyler Sylvia, who continue to kind of just hover around each other, not battle, but just sticking close. Sylvia, a great ride here for C4Designs.co on the 197.
Yeah, really good, strong. I don't remember him being that far up front. Same with Kevin Gonzalez, the BPC teammate of Bryce Whelan, who's leading the race. Didn't really see him too much, but Gebhardt, man, Gebhardt's just putting in laps. I want to see what this lap's going to be. He is absolutely shredding right now. Just shredding.
Cracking yourself up there, huh, Haywood?
Just remembered that. Where's Nate when you need him?
Yeah. I don't know where Nate is tonight.
39.7, 39.4, 39.7. Wow. Just on another level right now, Gebhardt is 2 seconds a lap faster, 1.5 back off the lead, so we should see him start to get very close by the end of this lap here.
Lang and Eaglin behind them are just going at it right now. Lang's been looking for a move on Eaglin in these last few corners, hasn't quite figured it out just yet, but he is lurking hard.
Switch up.
I'm putting A-Wood to sleep how this battle's so good.
Dude, I got home so late from work last night and woke up, went straight to milestone. I should have went back to sleep. Tyler Lang with the pass makes it stick. That was nice. I like that inside's already developing in that second turn.
Yeah, guys using different options kind of already through each switchback. That one and the one before the finish line, a couple different options opened up already.
Yeah, it seems those lines, they just develop so much faster. In qualifying, you were normally stuck with one, but now that there's 40 people in here, or supposed to be, we're going to see these alternate lines start to develop a lot quicker and make them usable. Should be really nice.
Here is your battle for the lead, though. Bryce Whelan and Walter Gebhardt. It would be the battle for the overall win, too. Although only 10 minutes into this thing, Gebhardt really sliced down that lead on Whelan awfully quickly. Kind of just a sitting duck here, it seems, is Bryce Whelan. But can he respond to the pressure? We'll find out. So Whelan trying to put the hammer down. Gebhardt just trying to look for the best opportunity he can make a pass. Both kind of funneling into similar lines at the moment.
Yeah, it's almost like at this point in time, you don't want to branch out too much. You can, I feel like, if you're a little bit further back. A little bit further back, trying to make it work, but when you're battling for the lead, you don't really want to branch out too far, I guess, until you see one of those lines is built up, you know. I think it's a little bit more, like you're going to be a little bit more cautious searching for lines early.
Right.
Just kind of go with what's safe until you can't hit it anymore.
Gebhardt slipping the rear wheel and exit of the tight rut on the inside of the top of the hill. So Whelan able to extend the lead just a tiny bit. Devin Ryan and Tyler Lang scheduling themselves a battle. Lang lands on a tough block, but able to survive. Back out front again. Looks like Gebhardt might have a good drive down the rhythm lane.
Oh my God.
Gonna be close to the finish line here. That would have been really close if it was the checkered flag right there, but Whelan looks like he might concede. Just let Gebhardt have it and maybe try to latch onto the back of him as Gebhardt goes to the lead. Almost 12 minutes into Moto 2 here at Paula.
That was sick. He just started. I knew he had the drive, but he wheelied. He almost, like Dino, wheelied over a couple lips right there. That was pretty gnarly. And I know that Bryce Whelan for sure does not want to see him get this lead and check out, so he's going to be trying to hang on to his back wheel as long as possible. Hopefully put in some good laps and wait for a mistake, hopefully, of Gebhardt.
I think that is ideally the plan Whelan was hoping for, is just to try to latch onto him. Not really working out.
He's going. Yeah, he's already going.
Gebhardt pulling away by about a second or so here. Whelan just desperately trying to keep chase.
I love that little wheelie line they're doing over that first roller going into that. You wheelie the first roller, pop it up, and then try to double single into the wall. But man, looks like he's just gonna go.
Back here
Devin
with
Ryan.
the Lang Devin Ryan battle, no longer a battle.
Don't give up yet.
Lang hops over Devin Ryan, and Ryan's going to try to rebuttal here.
Yeah, I'm just going through the pack looking for some battles, trying to see where some guys are. Logan Lightsole, it looked like he was a little further up last moto, back here in 11th. Couple little battles further back, but yeah, these battles are still a little bit tight. Gebhardt off the track into a bale in the lead. Whelan's gonna gain a little bit of that gap back, and Lang and Devin Ryan looks like about one of the only things to watch right now.
Yeah, still on board with Devin Ryan here as he's trying to chase him down. 145 flat last time by to a 142.5. So Lang definitely keeping the pace going here strong.
Whelan's got this gap just inside 2 seconds up front. Just keeping an eye on it, kind of trying to watch your stream and see what Devin Ryan's doing and see if Whelan can hold on here. But rubber banding a little bit, but at least nobody's getting too far away right now.
Eaglin, Sylvia, 5-6. 7th for Kevin Gonzalez. Actually, as we are just at about the halfway point of the race, let's go ahead and do a real fast top 20 rundown. This one brought to you by TM Factory Racing, tmfactory-racing.com to get your track skins, bike models, etc. And if you guys want to figure out where every single track in the game is located, that's a pretty good place to start. They have a large database of stuff over there at tmfactory-racing.com. Out front again, just like in the first moto, it is Walter Gebhardt Prestige Worldwide on the number 13 as he just put Jack Gatland on the 97 a lap down. Second place right now is Bryce Whelan on the 49 BPC ride, and Whelan's just trying to hang tight here with Gebhardt.
Oh.
A mistake like that is not going to help his case. third right now, Tyler Lang of MB Films on the 18. Trying to run down Whelan, so maybe he can get in a second before this moto is over. We'll go back to fourth and see that Devin Ryan is still here on the number 15 Active Co ride. Solid performance from Devin Ryan. Trying to stick with Lang and maybe go towards the front near the end of the race. Colby Eagland is in fifth on the number 20 Tagger Designs machine. Back in sixth, Tyler Sylvia, 197 for C4 Designs. And right behind him is P7, Kevin Gonzalez of BPC on the 53. As they're both still going at it. They've been pretty close together this whole moto. P8, Roy Mitchell on the 270 whip style ride. So Roy's got himself inside of the top 10 here in race 2. Ninth for your points leader, Sean Klein of Evergood on the number 10. Red backgrounds and all, but maybe not going to be the case next week, as this has been a somewhat lackluster performance for the points leader. And P10 right now is BPC's own Craig Leake on the number 11, who was a lap down very early in Moto 1, so good to see him kind of turn it around here in Moto 2. He's going to go to 9th as Roy Mitchell was off the racetrack. Back in 10th right now is Phil Bull for Team Volcom on the 22. He's just holding off Braden Carter, who changed up gear between races, went from that vibrant pink and yellow set to an all-black set. He's running for Ignite out here on the 65. Just put Connor Wells on the 202 a lap down.
Are you allowed to say that on the broadcast?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. 13th right now, Logan Leitzel for DX3 on the 26. So he's trying to work his way back inside the top 10 where he was in race 1.
Oh, and
that's not going to help. So 13th now belongs to Zoa Cross, his teammate on the 47. Another DX3 rider out here. Doing a strong showing for Devin Davis's squad. And another teammate of theirs, Trent Adams, is in 14th on the 323. Only one of the two running a different setup. 15th for Austin Bear of Hemlock. The 948 rider has been inside of the points both motos, and he's going to try to stay there. 16th is Leitzel, so he went backwards a little bit. 17th for Frank Jackson for Rock Co. on the 280. 18th is Dylan Copeland for Tagger Designs here on the 44, just holding off Jake Warden, who is in 19th for Wildside Designs on that 59 machine. And 20th, Tanner Rogers of Mad Cape on the 80. Has been a top 20 rundown brought to you by TMFactoryRacing.com.
I like the setups that we got running, the replica of the actual teams. You got like the DX3 guys running the Pro Circuit setup, whoever's running the Honda, the Geico Honda, and then Gebhardt has the Chorley KTM. That stuff's sick. I like his gear he's running. Jesse Nelson.
Yeah, it definitely has a Nelson vibe for sure with the 1.3, and that whole setup for sure looks really strong out of Gebhardt.
Yeah, that setup's clean. That's my favorite out of all the ones we saw. I don't have all the skins, so I was watching the stream while you did that. Really cool. But man, Gebhardt really got this lead pulled out from Whelan. I don't know if Whelan had any mistakes while we were doing that rundown. Heller Lang's actually right up on his butt. Right here, gonna try to make a move, make something happen.
Oh, Whelan a little out of shape, and Lang is gonna go right on through. I don't think that there's any way I could get banned on Twitch for saying Ignite when Scooty Puff Jr.'s over there doing space bongs on the reg.
It was a joke, but...
No, I know, but I'm just seeing people in chat continue to discuss it, so...
Oh. Well, are we allowed to cuss on here? Or?
Gebhardt, a little mistake. Yeah, right, could you imagine if, like, just next week, Wygant, Langston come out and they're like, look at this fucking race right here.
No, I'm saying on your stream, not...
No, I know, but I'm saying, like, in a comparison...
Yeah, I mean, hey,
I can see GL doing
pretty
that
close
for sure.
With his Red Bull vodkas, yeah. Oh man.
Whoa!
What?
Wheeling and
What the
Lang
fuck is going on?
getting all stood up in the corner there.
GL is my spirit animal. I've emulated him a few times in the booth, but we're trying to keep it clean these days.
There's a there's a lot of times where Langston will respond to something Wygant says that is kind of outlandish, and I just really hope one day he just says that's a schlong shot when he wants to. Oh my goodness.
If you had some really witty person running drops for the broadcast, that would be awesome.
Yeah, like if they did at Hangtown, if they did like a happy retirement James Stewart one, then you could do the Langston drop where he's I'm so sick and tired about hearing fucking James Stewart just yelling at him.
Yeah. Someone makes a stupid mistake, the Tony Alessi, what the hell happened?
Yeah.
Good times.
All right, so Gebhardt is leading over Lang now, and Lang looks like he may actually be slowly reeling him in at this point. 4.5 seconds is the gap. Both ran about the exact same lap time last time by, but I think Gebhardt may have gone down.
Yeah, he lost about 10 seconds, which would be about right for a fall off, but I feel we keep getting we keep getting distracted with these conversations, but that's all right. I mean, hey, there wasn't too much going on. Now we got a battle, so let's see if Tyler Lang can reel this in. 4.3 seconds only right now. Devin Ryan's trying to pull up on the back of Bryce Wheelan behind him, so we might have another good race till the end, 2 times in a row.
So Tyler Lang, let's take a look at the lap times here this time by a 4-second gap now. 43.2 to a 52.9, so yeah, Gebhardt definitely had a fall. Bryce Wheelan still here in 3rd, Devin Ryan in 4th. I guess our leaders are all still actually pretty close together for this late into the moto. I mean, Ryan in 4th is only about 15 seconds maybe or so behind Gebhardt. It's pretty good.
Yeah, and they're hauling ass.
23 minutes into this race.
Yeah, about 15 seconds as the lapper goes down. These guys, it seems like they really figured out the track, how it's going to break down, what lines they need to use at different times. A lot of these guys switching them up from lap to lap. And 145, 146, 143. These guys are solid.
Looking back at Colby Eagland here in 5th, just kind of running motos by himself and trying to stay ahead of Tyler Sylvia, who is really surprised in this moto. Sylvia on the 197 right here. He finished up race 1 in 31st and now runs in 6th. So definitely has turned it around this time.
Yeah, that guy's sick too. I was watching him. Definitely got a Scrub Daddy training on. He was out there throwing down all moto that I was watching him, and that's what I like to see. I like people that ride around and have fun. Still putting in a good solid finish as he threw down over that tabletop there.
Kevin Gonzalez, I swear these two have just been nose to tail basically this entire race, but they got company now. Sean Klein is up into this mix.
Yeah, and he knows he can run in a better position, so he's got to be a little bit frustrated with his bad start and I guess bad performance because he hasn't really made too much ground from where I saw him earlier.
Trying to apply the pressure here to Kevin Gonzalez. Up and over the finish line jump, might have a move made here as he's trying to shut the door into the next corner. He will do so and make the corner still. Oh, Gonzalez trying to fight back around the outside, but not able to get it and actually almost goes down. So Klein, a strong move. Basically just been charging forward both motos. Been a long road.
Klein destroyed that last rut, absolutely destroyed it, but bobble there. Kevin Gonzalez going to get right up on his heels. They're going to pull up on Sylvia again. Klein's going to try to make that work.
Sylvia a little out of shape both times I saw him on camera there. Little sideways in the braking bumps, then almost through the front end on the tabletop, and Klein is really trying to take advantage of these small bobbles.
Yeah, let's see what he does right here. See if they stick to the same route or if they switch it up. Klein just looks a little bit smoother, a little bit more in control. I mean, a little bit more seasoned vet in this class as well, so I guess that's kind of what you would expect from him, but
Right.
see if Sylvia's got some speed on him still, so it's all about who makes the least mistakes. As Klein goes up the inside there, shuts the door, Kevin Gonzalez wants to follow through.
They nearly rub number plates there as they go side by side over the double. And Klein does make that move. Next up could be Colby Eaglin. That would be P5 for Klein. Doing a pretty decent job at the moment of salvaging. It still seems like Gebhardt's going to walk away with your points lead here. But 4-5 for Klein, as bad as his day is kind of gone thus far, wouldn't be all that bad. And it's not out of the question yet that Gebhardt actually does hang on to win this thing. Lang is trying to keep him honest.
Yeah, Kevin Gonzalez dropped back a little bit. Just kind of keep an eye on this battle. Eaglin's getting pulled up on. Devin Ryan's got company. These guys are so close for this far in the moto. Maybe I'm just a little bit too far removed from nationals. You almost kind of forget what it's like, but God, battling this far into a moto is just stressful.
Lang looks like he is kind of losing the pace a little bit as the track is getting deeper. And actually, Whelan and Devin Ryan might be setting up for a battle for third here late. Not a whole lot of action going on through the rest of our top 10, but these two, especially with lappers mixed in, kind of keeping things a little interesting.
Yeah, there's, man, riding that at the end of that moto and seeing how fast, I mean, it's not over yet, but seeing how fast they're hitting those corners still is just not fair. You guys are just shredding. Devin Ryan off the track.
Whelan closes
gonna pull
up.
back that gap. 0.4 seconds.
Let's see, does he try a different line here? Looks like he's going to tuck to the inside in this corner and hop to that inside rut, but misses it. So nothing really doing there. Next, he's going to try to funnel in behind him. Ryan doing a pretty good job of responding to pressure here.
Yeah, the thing with those little anthill insides to inside ruts, if you're taking the outside the whole time and you want to use one to make a pass, I feel like they're a lot harder to just switch up and go to that rut. You know, you can't just see it. You have to know exactly where you want to, how fast you need to go off that single and where to enter that rut. And if you haven't hit that line in the last 15 minutes of the moto, then it's going to be really hard to make that work. And I feel like you kind of saw that by watching Whelan just blow that inside.
Right. Well, things are definitely still pretty tight here in this battle for third. Lang a little further up the road, and Gebhardt crossing the line. Gonna get 3 laps to go this time by. Oh, a little mistake out of Ryan. Whelan is just putting the pressure on. He's gonna try an inside move here. Almost alongside of him. Ryan slingshots from the outside, but this is far from over.
Man, Whelan is just keeping him honest here. Every little mistake that I see Whelan makes, you know, getting some wheel spin out of a corner, Devin Ryan seems to do just the same a few turns later. And these guys have been under a second for a while now, and no room for either of them to breathe.
It's an absolute mad dash for these two. And at least for Whelan,
nope,
kind of
he's down.
Goes down.
Yeah, I hit that anthill to the inside rut and just blew his front over the edge of that berm. Still gonna have fourth pretty solid, but there goes that nice tight battle. Gebhardt up front. only a 10-second lead this moto right now. Tyler Lane keeping him. I mean, that's in your sights. If Gebhardt has a fall off, he's going to be right there to make a pass or have a battle. So, and Gebhardt tips over right as we're saying that. Just anything within 10, 12 seconds, you're not really getting too comfy out there in the lead compared to his 40-second lead last moto.
Especially with lap traffic out there still starting to hit a little bit more of the faster riders. Dylan Copeland was a guy that he just had to kind of lap twice. Lapped him, went down, lapped him again. 2-lap board out here at Fox Raceway, Paula, California. 250 class action out here. Race number 2 on the racetrack right now. And Walter Gebhardt looking for the clean sweep and taking over the red plate, moving to Thunder Valley next week here.
Yeah, man, these guys have been solid. I'm really surprised. These guys have been killing it. Gebhardt's into a lot of lap traffic, a couple mistakes. Keeping my eye on this with Lang and him being there, but also going back, it looks like Roy Mitchell inside the top 10. Leitzel back to 10th. Top 10 has been pretty solid, though, for the rest of it. Smooth and consistent on this gnarly track. "32 minutes. Looks like there might be a white flag coming up. Tyler Lang. He wants to keep it inside that 10 seconds in case Gebhardt has a mistake. Holding it right there at 9.3, 9.5-ish. Just got to stay there and be ready to take the lead if the opportunity presents itself.
So they're lapping Tanner Rogers and Alana Salas, who are battling amongst each other right now. By the way, there was a chaotic battle there for a second between Trent Adams and Craig Leake as I was shuffling through the field. And it appears that they've kind of sorted themselves out. Still a battle between Salas and Rogers that's not over, and they're right behind Gebhardt as he takes the white flag.
Lang coming to the line in second, just 10.2 seconds behind as he crosses the finish line, so going to be a little bit nerve-wracking last lap for Whelan. I mean, he'll still have the overall no matter what, I'm pretty sure. I think Tyler Lang finished that well the moto before, but man, Devin Ryan, I said at the beginning of this moto, kind of want to see where he finishes. A solid third place after starting up there, so I was really glad to see him not fade back as far as he did. As far as he was in the first moto, I should say.
Well, Gebhardt has definitely responded emphatically after a rather rough week last week at Hangtown. Not exactly the scores he wanted, only left with 35 points on the day, 12 points down on Sean Klein. And he has come out blazing here in the hills of Paula, California. Doesn't get much better than a 1-1 performance here.
Yeah, man. On this track, I mean, all nationals are going to be gnarly. How bad did Hangtown get? The road?
It wasn't too bad, but it definitely seemed like he was catching more people out than this one for some reason. Regardless, the man who survives it all today is Walter Gebhardt, 1-1 at Paula. And he's going to take the points lead away from Sean Klein. Tyler Lang looks like he is going to go 3-2 for second overall here. So he wraps up that spot. He'll stand on the second step of the podium. Third in this moto well, maybe Devin Ryan. He's got to try to hang on as Whelan is trying to close down the last corner here. Whelan pushing the envelope, but is going to miss out just a little bit too little too late here.
That's frustrating to be that close right at the finish. Same with Sean Klein in fifth. I mean, he's glad to be up there, but Whelan had a chance at it, it looked like. We probably thought on that last lap.
So it appears that Whelan will end up third overall. Devin Ryan will be fourth overall. And I think Sean Klein should get fifth overall. We'll have to Take a look at the overalls, though. Colby Eaglin was 6th. Kevin Gonzalez down in the final corner was 7th. Roy Mitchell was with him. So Mitchell looks like he is going to take over the 7th spot here. And he will finish 7th. Good job, Mitchell, as he got around Gonzalez in the final corner there. Tyler Sylvia also follows Gonzalez over the line. They were basically together the entire freaking race.
Yeah. Keep an eye on cuts. Logan Leitzel coming in line, finishing a solid 10th. So Cross coming in at 11th. Phil Bowl, Craig Leake. Those guys a little bit spread apart, not too close, but got to hang on to it through one more corner and one more rhythm section.
Trent Adams.
Two close finishes, actually.
Trent Adams, last guy in the lead lap in 14th. Rogers was 15th ahead of Solis, Frank Jackson, Jeremy Schiabro, Jake Warden, and Braden Carter, who finished 9th in that first race, but really should have been 3rd. Ends up 20th in the second race, so definitely not the moto he was hoping for. And your overall winner on the day, confirmed now after cuts have come in, Walter Gebhardt. Prestige Worldwide ends up on top. Tyler Lang will be 2nd on the box, Bryce Whelan 3rd, Devin Ryan 4th, and Sean Klein 5th. New points leader and red plate on the backgrounds of Walter Gebhardt heading into Thunder Valley next week. Well, I would appreciate you joining me on the booth. I know you're about to head down for the 450 races, so good luck.
Well,
have fun.
Thank you. I don't know. I mean, it might be, I might end up in last place and just come join you again, so.
All right, well, we'll keep a lookout for you, but have a good time. We're going to go off the air real fast for a quick break before these 450s get underway. So we'll see you on the other side of our break here live on SYS TV. It's round 2 of the Ride365.com Nationals at Paula.